how you can set up your space in your home or wherever it is that you're going to be putting yourself down on the floor so that you can get a quick little workout in with me here in the Pilates for Mental Wellness Masterclass. So, okay, all I have is one thing, and that's a mat. So the one thing that you definitely want is a mat, or you can be on the soft carpet. So you definitely don't want to be on hardwood floors because we will be getting onto your back. And when you're on your back on a hard surface, it just doesn't feel very well. And then when it doesn't feel well, you're then going to be out of alignment because you're going to shift to get out of the discomfort that you feel in your spine on the floor. So really, take note of where you're going to be parking yourself, and you want it to be nice and cushioned so that you're not on a really hard surface. All right. So we want to make this easy. You don't need to get complicated with a lot of accessories. You don't have to come and show up with the fanciest of workout attire. And in my view, yeah, you want to hydrate, but if you're doing this at home, don't get all, anxious over, I don't have all of the proper material or goods to be showing up for a class. You just need to show up as you in that soft spot that you can get on the floor, and you're going to be able to get through this class. It's really that simple. So being able to let go of all that distraction, which could also be excuses to just call you out, is that all you need is a mat. All you need is a carpeted floor, and I got you. You're going to be able to make it through the class. Now, that doesn't come without saying there are definitely props that I would highly recommend. And the first one that I love is a Theraband. A Theraband, not the circle, but one that is nice and long and stretchy. So when you have a Theraband, I often use that to help you connect into those key points that we're going to be talking about. So Theraband, here's a picture of a Theraband if you feel you are ready to go out and purchase one if you don't already have one. The second piece that I adore and is one of my favorites, absolutely one of my favorites, is a Pilates ring. So here you'll see an example of a Pilates ring. And there are many different, rings out there in the market. Here's one in particular that I use. So, but when we have a Pilates ring, it too, these are all meant to just help give you some resistance to work with that helps you connect better to your body and helps you to align better. And there are times that we need to bring in some of these resources to help you align and connect. All right. So we've had Theraband, and then we've had the Pilates circle. The next pieces that I would recommend, and these don't need to be complicated, is that you always want to work in your spine's natural neutral position. Most of us are not neutral because of all of the wear and tear, the computer usage, typing, head down. And we can usually find most of us in this forward where you have some kyphosis. You're kyphotic, where you're rounded up here in the upper body. So usually when that's the case, we need to bring your head up in alignment, because you're going to find it very uncomfortable because your head's going to be back too far when you are on your back. So I would ask you have a towel or a little pillow cushion to help raise your head. And we'll go over that in the class. I just wanted to give you a little, just a rundown of some props that you just might want to have handy, but I don't want you to stress. We can always make do. All right. So again, Theraband, Pilates ring, and props to support your head and or your back, because we may slip that towel underneath your pelvis, your sacrum, so that you're not too extended, which is lordosis, in the lower portion of your spine, your lumbar spine. So we want to make sure, once again, you're going to hear me talk about this a lot. You want to make sure that you're in neutral spine. Most of us are unaware of what neutral spine means, but don't worry. We're going to go over that. That's going to be a whole video on its own. So you'll have that coming up. So today's video was about how to set your space up. Don't stress out. You don't need to have the fanciest of workout attire on. You don't even have to have that filled up water bottle all ready to go and using that as an excuse not to show up for the class. And you just need to show up. So floor, carpeted, or a mat. And then those other props, if you find that this is working out, you then want to start picking up some various props along the way. That's when you can do that. All right, checking out for now, Lauren McLaughlin, Conscious 7, and we'll see you next time.